Hello students, this is our second step for our
enlarged self-portrait.
So what we're gonna need for this step is our drawing board or cardboard, ruler that hopefully has centimeters on it, masking tape, and obviously our 18 by 24 drawing paper. So the first thing that we're gonna do is that we're gonna secure our drawing paper into our drawing board, cardboard, etc., whatever you have at home. And we're gonna be using a masking tape. So this masking tape is for approximately 2 centimeters. So what I want you to do is that tape 1 centimeter into the drawing paper, so half and half pretty much. So right here. And it's okay if it's not perfect, we will take care of it later. So half and half. As I mentioned before, this tape is exactly 2 centimeters wide. So I would love to do a second taping process, but this time I want you to do it from the edge of the paper and go inwards into the paper. Like that, we have a perfect 2 centimeter margin around our paper. Repeat the process all across the 4 sides. Now that we have our 2 centimeter margin all around the paper, we can start the measurements. The reason why I do this is because this will make our math easier. So what we're gonna do is that starting at the margin, we are gonna measure 4 centimeters. Right here, 4 centimeters. And every 4 centimeters, we're gonna make a mark. Now with a number 2 pencil, we're gonna do our markings. And make sure we do it super light, because otherwise when we're gonna go and do our final touches, we won't be able to get rid of these markings. So make sure you do it lightly, just with the weight of the pencil. So we're gonna go from the starting of our margin, and we're gonna go 4 centimeters, then 8, and proceed all the way down. It's pretty much how the light markings should be looking like. In increments of 4 centimeters, you're gonna start from the very top one all the way to the bottom. Now repeat the same process on the opposite side, doing exactly the same in increments of 4 centimeters. You're gonna make a mark from the tape all the way down. So it will be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and so on all the way into the end. Now that our markers have been done on both sides of the paper, we're gonna connect them to make sure we have a straight line. Once again, just with the weight of the pencil, you're gonna make a light line, very light. Not too light that you can't see it, but light enough that if you erase it, it won't leave any marks in the paper. And continue all the way down. Now that all our horizontal lines have been complete, we're gonna do exactly the same, but going at the top and at the bottom. Same exact measurements, 4 centimeters. And here we go. 4 centimeters from the tape line. We're using the tape as our guideline. and this will make my life easier. And we're gonna repeat the same step at the bottom, starting at the right corner, because there's gonna be a little bit left over that will cause you problems if you don't start on the same side on both sides, on the top corner and the bottom right corner. So we want to begin again from 0. We're going to count 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. And just like before, we are going to connect these lines with the weight of the pencil to leave a light marking. This is something I forgot to mention earlier. Make sure you have an eraser handy so you can erase in case you made mistakes, because after all, we are humans and we commit mistakes, and that's okay. Things happen. And also make sure that your finger is not at the edge of the ruler, otherwise you're gonna have a wavy line. And my OCD cannot deal with wavy lines. All right, and now we have our grid completely done. Now, in the tape, I'll recommend you to number them. Not on the paper, because I don't like to deal with those markings. It's less things that I have to number. So we're gonna go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you might notice something. This is exactly the same amount of squares that we did on our small picture. Now we're gonna do exactly the same from the top to the bottom. We're gonna number them, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if you follow the directions correctly, you should have
1 through 10
and 1 through 14 in both your 18 by 24 drawing paper and in your small picture for your self-portrait that we did before. All right, and our grid has been completed.